Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up. Get him! You're finished! All yours, Torgal! Look, up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what...
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastard's cores.
Martha.
I think so.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There's only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far. Even for the Empire.
Finished! Sicko!
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers.
Wait.
Colluding with the enemies of the Empire.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Some to dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
Clive.
This won't take. Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers... They didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms. Fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the...
us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before he asked me to tell you that Gav has...
Then we must as well.
We can stay long.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
We're not to move. It'll only make it worse.
Oi!
you handy, course you are. Bet you're up now. Question is, are you willing to use it or not?
Chocobo.
You heard me right. And not just any. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds.
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they say... Go on, then. Don't...
All right.
There's a good...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the... You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't... And don't worry.
I'm sure I...
And good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right, then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. Though I dare say she'd suit. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well...
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master... Told you. And
Is that it?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. Oh, doesn't she, Cotton Hanson?
She does indeed.
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. Don't you worry. Will you hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You seem awful from... That's it.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll... Anyhow, best be up...
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need. Ready, go? Faster! Where's Gap?
Gav should be back by now.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, Indy?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Yep. What's the matter, Nick? The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might... Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt... Right. The people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends' terror, and perhaps I can.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? Here you are. Very good.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
Oh, Claire.
The patron, does that mean...
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just, I still cat... Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. All yours. All done?
Think it's all right to touch him?
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid,
Is everything...
Oh, yeah, it's just, well...
It's good to know there's something of the old...
Martel's pride and joy. I took it on, you see, after she... Well, and not only is it ready, it's actually tasty.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to... You couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice.
Oh, she always... Here you go. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Would explain Blacksmith's foul mood.
You two look like you could...
Martel.
Weren't she the girl from the...
Of course she was.
Aye, and brave as a...
These aren't those apples. She'd have been proud.
A gift.
Blimey, these take me back. Oh,
That's planning on keeping that lot to you. Hang on. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy. Not reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work. Clive, tell the lad down in the back.
Also, well, you... That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's...
Of course. They like your...
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Marcus Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Faster!
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. A that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants...
Don't they just...
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good court. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard they were 1,000.
You seen?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. If only we were. I might have turned...
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber...
May I at least...
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but the Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and it's just as swift. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare this village, will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate...
Obedience.
Are you all right?
We still don't know who the Black Shield...
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will...
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apology, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother fishes collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
More of my mother's men.
Safe.
Get him!
ever rest.
Farewell.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.